The Romantic Period of Music, 1820 to 1900. The Romantic period was a time of immense musical changes as compositions became increasingly expressive and inventive. The rigid forms of classical music gave way to greater energy and passion, and music grew closer to art, literature, and theater. Beethoven lived and worked during the transition from classical to the Romantic period and was an inspiration to the Romantic composers who came after him. Some of the main characteristics of the Romantic period are: the music was more personal and emotional. There were more song-like melodies, such as in this piece, Brahms' Lullaby. Romantic composers could find popular and financial success by composing audience-pleasing works. Music began to tell a story, and some pieces could last for hours. There was a big expansion in the size of the orchestra and in the types of instruments used. There was larger and more dramatic contrast of dynamics, the piano versus forte, as shown in this piece by Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg in the Hall of the Mountain King. This next piece by Russian composer Tchaikovsky features the most popular instrument of the Romantic period, the pianoforte. The pianoforte was invented in Italy, and the name was later shortened to the piano. The piano significantly evolved during the Romantic period. For example, the number of physical keys on the piano expanded from 60 keys to 88 keys. Two of the top composers of the Romantic period, Hungarian composer Franz Liszt and Polish composer Friedrich Chopin. This piece, Hungarian Rhapsody by Franz Liszt, is demanding piano music, composed to show off the performer's own brilliance. Liszt was said to have played the piano with such vigor and passion that women fainted. Chopin's challenging Minute Waltz is sometimes called Waltz of the Little Dog, because it is said that Chopin was watching a little dog chase its tail when he wrote it. This piece is another example of how music in the Romantic period had a strong interest in the common man. It's no wonder the music of the Romantic period, with its expressiveness and fondness for telling dramatic stories, remains one of the most popular eras of classical music. To review, Romantic music developed directly from the classical period. There is no clear date as to when classical ended and Romantic began, but the period was approximately from 1820 to 1900. Famous composers from this period include Brahms, Tchaikovsky, Grieg, Liszt, and Chopin. The music of the Romantic period focused on the expression of emotion and passion. Music was used to evoke stories, places, events, and the celebration of nature. The music of this period used lots of dynamic contrast, the orchestra grew in size, and the piano was the most popular instrument of the era.